What's going on, YouTube? It's James from my Fantasy Battle Reports, and I got another battle report for you today. I got another game before WCW. WCW is a Windy City Warhammer. It's a tournament in Schaumburg this weekend coming up, and it's still version 1.1, so that's one of the reasons why I haven't been making as many battle reports. I haven't been doing any battle reports because version 1.2 came out, and I want to get into that, but at the same time I don't want to focus on so many 1.1 games that I have. I want to be able to switch over, so I kind of figured I would wait till after Windy City Warhammer, and then I'll be able to put up those videos, and after that I can start focusing on 1.2 lists and stuff like that. Not only that, but it's also giving not the creators of the game, but the guys who do Battle Scribe and Army Builder a chance to get it all up onto Army Builder and Battle Scribe. I don't know if that's out yet. You guys know, is it out yet if it's on Battle Scribe? Because I haven't been able to do a 1.2 list without, like, it's not easy to be like, alright, let me minus this guy, add the points, let me get the shield, let me get this, let me get that. No, it's not that easy. I'd rather be able to play with the points on the fly while I'm working out and, like, thinking about it or whatever, Anyways, me saying that line right there just made me remember. Guys, if you haven't checked out the Orange Road spoof on me, go ahead and watch that video. It's fucking hilarious. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I was going to go ahead and make a response video, but at the same time, I didn't really know what to say. I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I made it, and I kind of felt like a racist asshole making it. So I was just kind of like, I was like, nah, I can't be like that. Anyways, so I got this game against Hobo Red. Hobo Red, just played a game against Ian, and then I'm going to go ahead and play a game against him, and so we're going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, these are my magic spells. I got Gift of the Mother Spider, I got Evil Eye, got Curse of the Green Moon, got Fix It Up, and I got Stay Quiet. To be honest, I don't think I got many spells off this whole game, but I got the spells anyways. He has two wizards. He has a level 3 or a level 4 and a level 1 or 2. I don't know what it is. Anyways, he got Blue Fire, Rain of Confusion. Then he got Cleansing, Infestation, Photo Wind, Leprotic Curse, and Massive Flesh. I'm going to go ahead and take his attribute where I could use the plus toughness, and I used it a couple times in my list right here. As you can see, this is my list I've been playing for the last couple months. It's a close combat heavy list. It has some shooting, it has some magic, but it has mostly close combat. Trolls, spiders, Boar Boys of the Boarpocalypse to turn off magical items, big block of savages that no longer exist. I got some Chaff Wolf Riders, and I got my King Koopa on the right, and I got General Zod in the trees. I go ahead and I throw it on my army first. I keep this Chicken Rock on the hill because he has that tiny gap in between the buildings. He put the gap there. He put the terrain down, but he has a tiny gap in between the buildings. So I figure if he goes ahead and no matter what he puts in that hole, I'll be able to charge, downhill charge, and then I'll have Koopa and the Chicken Rock be able to charge and do some nasty damage. Nothing's really going to win, and nothing's really going to come on in that gap. So, and then at the left side, I have obviously my savages out in the open. I have the trolls in the trees. I have the Zod in the trees. I have the Boar Boys out in the open, and then I have the A-Rock being able to go into the water because it's he's a strider. She's a strider. So I'll be able to do that. He goes ahead and he drops his army right here. Now, as you can see, he has a big block of Pestilence Warriors. He has a small unit of Pestilence Knights, like 5 of them. He has a block of Once Chosen with Wrath. He has his General Wrath. He has the Crushers with Wrath, and then he has a unit of Trolls, and he has 2 units of Barbarian Horsemen, a unit of Dogs, and he has a level 3 or level 4 running around on a disc like this. Anyways, turn 1, Orcs and Goblins. He's going to go ahead and Vanguard up first off like so. And he goes ahead and he vanguards up like so, and I'm just going to go ahead and move up. Like I said, I keep Chicken Rock on top of the hill. He puts his trolls on that side over there, so the trolls could fit through the gap. But like I said, I'm not too worried about the trolls coming through the gap. I do have my Wolf Riders standing by the building, just kind of using it as any moment to go through and chaff whatever I need to chaff, and I just move up with everybody, of course. Koopa's coming around the hill, and what I do is I put Koopa where he could see past the building and see anything coming in that gap if he wants to, and then Koopa could just charge in. But what I'm really trying to do is have Koopa go for the Knights, which I do eventually. And I put just the A-Rock in the water, because why not? She could go in the water. Do it, because I can. Magic Phase got 3 power dice, which isn't much, so I go ahead and I just use all the dice on a big Evil Eye onto some dogs. He lets it go through, and I blast the fuck out of those dogs, kill all 5 of them, and that's it. There's no real shooting. We're going to go to turn 1, Warriors of the Dark Gods. Warriors of the Dark Gods, turn 1. He's going to charge his Crusher Knights into my boar apocalypse boys, and I was like, oh, why did I move them up so far? So I decided I'm gonna flee. I flee this way. And he's going to redirect into the A-Rock, but he's going to fail that charge anyways. And that's it. So what he really couldn't move up, and he was kind of intimidated by, but like how Blondebeard says, of my guns. No, he's intimidated by how flex my army is. No, he has some great lines in that fucking in that spoof. I'm sorry, he had some really great lines. I like the horsey boys. I like the Russian horses. These horses are Russian horses. They must be stronger than the Russian horses. Anyways, so he decides he's not gonna move up. He kind of lines up like so, and he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna chaff you for a turn, do what I can, and just see what happens, you know. So it's gonna go into Magic Phase. Magic Phase gets 8 power dice. Goes ahead and he does Blue Fire. He gets double 6s on the spell, so he's gonna miscast. He gets it off. He shoots it at the A-Rock, and he fails to wound the A-Rock. He does lose the spell because of the miscast, and it's gonna go ahead and start off turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Turn 2. Orcs and Goblins. Koopa! Koopa, you fat son of a bitch! He's charging in between the buildings into the flank of those warrior knights over there. Oh my god, Koopa, you son of a bitch, you. All I gotta do is touch the tip, and there's just enough tip so I can touch. Over here, as you can see, I'm going to charge into his chaff with the A-Rock and the trolls. I'm not going to do it with the savages, because the savages run off like an asshole the wrong way. And then, yeah, that's how it's going to happen. The A-Rock fails the charge. Trolls get in, of course. Or, I'm sorry, the A-Rock. Oh, no, excuse me. A-Rock causes a terror check on his guys. They run away, and I'm going to redirect into his knights, but then I failed that charge. Koopa got into the flank of the knights, and holy shit, is that a bear in the middle? It is a bear in the middle. It is a fucking random ass bear in the unit of knights. Anyways, and like I said, I ended up using my Wolf Riders here as chaff, just in case Koopa fails to cause a wound and he sticks because he'll be steadfast. I'll be fucked if his trolls come into the rear. So I'm just like, alright, fine. So I move up my Wolf Riders as chaff to kind of keep Koopa from getting charged, and I also move the Chicken Rock up. I go ahead and Magic Phase. Magic Phase got 6 power dice. Go ahead and do an Evil Eye. He lets it go through. I do 1 wound onto this one chosen, and then I do Fix It Up. He stops that spell. Close combat. Koopa swings and wham! Killed 4 of those fucks. All 4 hits, all 4 wounds. I think I got like poison, and 2 wounds. And it just destroys 4 guys. Goes right through his armor saves. He only has 1 guy left. He's gonna fail to wound Koopa. Koopa chases him off the table and comes this way. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. It's gonna start off my turn, or his turn. Warriors of the Hobo Gods turn 2. Warriors of the Hobo Gods turn 2. Oops, I forgot to mention over here, this combat over here, I kill his horses. His horses attack me first, and they actually do a wound onto my trolls. But then I go ahead and it's going to start off his turn 2. So he's going to charge into my dogs, of course. He's going to charge into the A-Rock, gets in right here, and this is going to hurt. And he goes ahead and moves up his chaff over here. Or his chaff, excuse me, rallies, comes over this way, because he doesn't want me to have a direct charge into his warriors. Magic Phase got 5 power dice, goes ahead and he does Leprotic Curse onto the A-Rock, gets it off. I failed to stop it. And he also goes Massive Flesh onto his Crushers. So he is going to have regen, he is going to have, I'm going to have a lower toughness, and then not only that, he beefs up his toughness, so he has a better toughness on one of the guys. Not that it really matters. Or on both of the guys, excuse me. Over here, close combat, he's going to kill my dogs, of course. He's going to change his direction like so, and it's gonna go ahead and start off. Oh, and then the fight with A-Rock, he rolled shit. He failed to wound him at all, or her at all, and I failed to wound him at all, and it's basically a push. He does have a charge and a banner. I go ahead and I just stick on a stubborn check and I pass it. It's gonna go ahead and start off my turn. Orcs and Goblins turn 3. Holy shit, that was a huge save. I did move over a bit so these guys could get in. So I charge in with the Boar Apocalypse. I charge in with Zod. And Zod got a flank. Boar Apocalypse got a front. I'm going to go ahead and charge in with the Trolls into his chaff right there. I'm going to go ahead and charge or I don't charge. I move the Savages up as much as I can. Trolls get in. Zod gets in. Boar Apocalypse gets in. Magic Phase, I only got 2 power dice. And I only got 2 power dice, and I go ahead and I do stay quiet. He stops it. Over here, impact hits, does 1 wound. He goes ahead and he swings. He kills off 3 of my boar boys. Okay, and I go ahead and swing with the A-Rock, does 1 wound. I go ahead and I swing with Zod. Zod kills off 1 guy, does another wound to another, and then the Boar Apocalypse I think might have done another wound. And these guys are gonna. The remaining guy runs. I chase with the A. Actually, I think I chase with. He runs that away towards my trolls, and I figure if I don't run and I don't chase, he's gonna have to run through at least 2 units and take a lot of DTs, and he only has 1 wound. So I go ahead and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna chase. So I think I chase with the boar boys. Boar boys chase, didn't matter. He runs through, he dies from DTs. I turn Zod and the A-Rock around facing that big giant block up there. That's my next goal. And over here, as you can see, the trolls eat the unit. They're gonna overrun on purpose. Hopefully I get into that unit and start combat over there. But what happens is I overrun and I fall like 1.5 inches short, and it's going to go ahead and start off his turn. Turn 3, Warriors of the Hobo Gods. Warriors of the Hobo Gods, turn 3. Charging in! He's charging his general into my savages, his ones chosen into my savages, his warriors into the trolls, and then boom, he gets in. Now this is his chariot general on a stegodon is touching my big stabodon, and they're touching horn to horn, tip to tip. Is that gay? I don't know. Anyways, he moves his sorcerer lord as chaff in front of Koopa, and he doesn't know what to do with the trolls. He could turn the trolls around, which he does, because he doesn't want the Chicken Rock to get around the buildings, which Chicken Rock is moving around the buildings. But if he doesn't move them around, if he doesn't turn them around, I'm going to charge the rear. So he's just kind of in a shitty spot. He doesn't know what to do. I think his best bet probably would have been to be in the building, or just go through and try to come around the back. But if he does that, he's wasting turns, and he can't get too far from his general because he won't have a general bubble. So it's interesting. Magic phase, got 5 power dice. Goes in and tries to do regeneration. I stop him. I dispel scroll him. So then he goes ahead and he swings with his warriors, kills off 2 of my trolls. Trolls go back, only kill off like 2-3 guys. Don't really get many kills. And he's going to win that combat. I'm going to run, and I run this way, and he fails to catch me. And it puts him in a really shitty spot, basically. Over here, he challenges with his general. I accept with a champ, and he just destroys my guy. I think he should have challenged. I don't think he had any. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have a champ in the Once Chosen. I think it would have been smarter for him to challenge with the Once Chosen, allowing his general to swing at my savages. But it didn't really matter. His Once Chosen just rip apart 10 savages. Savages go back, only kill off 2 guys, do a couple wounds onto another guy. I am going to be steadfast. I am going to stick there, and that's how it looks right now. Whew, it's going to start off my turn, Orcs and Goblins turn, whatever turn the number says on the bottom, and charge! I charge in with Zod, I charge in with the A-Rock, I charge in with the Boar Apocalypse, boys. This is going to be nasty. Turn off all his magical items. He has nothing in this unit. He has a BSB, he has a wizard, and my guys are just going to fuck him up. And as you can see, the trolls rallied, which was fucking incredible, and my goblins just moved closer because I'm going to do a bubble of stay quiet. So here it goes. Magic phase, got 7 power dice. I go bubble, stay quiet. Everybody's -1 to hit. It's awesome. I give +1 toughness to my BSB because I know his general's going to challenge again. His general's like strength 7 or strength 8 or something fucking crazy. So I figure if he's strength 7, I think he was strength 7. If I give my BSB T6 and -1 to hit, it's going to be harder for him to get, right? Didn't really matter. I go ahead and I do a web launcher onto these guys so they fucks up their march, and I go ahead and I charge Koopa into his sorcerer lord, kill him, and I'm going to overrun, and I fail to clip the rear here. Over here, excuse me. Over here, he challenges with his BSB. I accept with Zod, and Zod just rams him and kills him and does a max of 4 overkill. The A-Rock and my Boar Apocalypse boy, I did get the reroll 6s on him. Go ahead and I swing. I kill 4 of him. He killed 1 of my boar boys. And I win combat, but he is steadfast. He is going to stick. And I was hoping that he would fail the one-time steadfast since I killed his BSB, but it didn't really matter. Okay. And over here, close combat. He's going to go ahead and swing. Or he's going to challenge again. I accept with my BSB. I'm like, alright, I'm -1 to hit. He's hitting me on 3s, wounding me on 3s. No, he gets me. He does 3 wounds, overkill. Shit. Over here, kills off a bunch of my savages, like 6, 7 of them, whatever. 7 maybe. Alright. And then I go ahead and I swing. I kill off one more of his guys, but I am still steadfast. I am still going to stick there. Holy shit. It's going to start off his turn 3. Warriors of the Hobo Gods, turn 3. Magic phase, he gets 7 dice. Goes ahead, he does Massive Flesh to give these guys regen. Goes off. Does Leprotic Curse onto the A-Rock, which is okay because she only has one unit of guys hitting her. And then over here, close combat, he challenges again. I accept with Backstrom, just trying to hold that freaking steadfast, because if his general attacks my unit, he's gonna have like 8 attacks, hitting me on 2s, wounding me on 2s on all those savages, plus divine attacks. And I'm just like, I really don't wanna deal with that. So I'm just like, okay, here's Goblin Baxter Joe. You can kill him. And he does max overkill. Over here he goes ahead and kills off like 4 guys. I go ahead and I swing back. I kill off another one, and I'm still steadfast. And over here he challenges with his wizard because he has to. I go ahead and I accept, and I do not kill him. I only do one wound. I whiff with a great weapon. I whiff, and I only do 1 wound. Over here, he kills off 1 boar boy. My A-Rock goes, kills off a bunch of guys, like 4 or 5 guys, and I am still winning the combat. I still have a big flank and 4 wounds, or 5 wounds to his 2 ranks. Banner, my banner cancels that banner out, and he did 1 wound. So I'm up by like 4 or 5. He loses his steadfast, or no, he doesn't lose steadfast. He just loses. He just fails the dice roll. He's gonna run. I chase him down with the A-Rock and the boar boy, and I keep Zod close by so I can just kind of turn around and charge in the following turn. And he ends up calling it there. He's like, dude, you got this game. I have literally 3 models on the table still that could do something. The trolls are doing absolutely nothing. He's like, you got this. So he calls the game there. I know somebody just made a comment saying that I always call the game early, but you gotta understand, nobody really wants to keep playing when they know they're gonna lose like that bad. And it's a friendly game, so it's like we could just call it there. He's on his 2nd game of the day, so I understand. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this, guys. It's a big massacre win for the Orcs and Goblins. I like this list a lot. I like the close combat, like just charging in. I don't find it is very fun. I'm gonna be honest with you. I find it very fun in a hyper competitive setting. When I'm playing Hobo Red, I've had more fun games playing with very fun lists, especially against Hobo Red. So speaking of Hobo Red, here you go. And his name's not even Red. It's like Christopher or Christian. I just call him Red all the time. Probably because I'm racist. I don't know. Anyways, so MVP, I think the MVP would probably be Koopa. Koopa neutered the Knights pretty early on, cutting off a good chunk of his points. The A-Rock did a great job, actually. You know what? To take it back, I take it back. The A-Rock is definitely the MVP. A-Rock took out Chaff, took out Crusher Knights, took out a whole block of Pestilence Warriors, got a flank on them, and the A-Rock just dominated the left side. So the A-Rock gets the MVP award. Second runner-up would be Koopa and the Chicken Rock. Chicken Rock holding the trolls back. They did absolutely nothing. They were playing this game around the building like, haha, I'm going this way, no, I'm going this way, no, I'm going this way. And it really messed them up, and it didn't allow him to do anything with his trolls. Savages held strong against his general, which I was pretty proud of, and then the trolls didn't do much. They just kind of cleared chaff for me, and then they got chumped. And Zod and the Apocalypse boys were pretty deadly to whatever they touched. They were just kind of going in, just claiming a unit, and just move on. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. I enjoyed making it. If you guys like this video, hit like, hit share, hit subscribe. If you guys haven't already, which it's only 2 people who have, if you guys like my content and appreciate what I do for the community, you guys can always show your support by supporting me on Patreon. $1 a month is not much to ask, but it helps me get to Salamanca, Spain for next year. So guys, if you can, go to my Patreon, help donate, and help me get funded to go to Salamanca, Spain for ETC next year for Team Mexico. And the reason why I also bring this up too is because we might have to get a 4th person to be to qualify, and we might have to teach somebody because we can't find another fucking Mexican. So we're contemplating teaching them one of our family members to go, which might mean that I have to help pay for that too. Oh man. Anyways, besides that, guys, the Gauntlet is coming up in February. If you guys haven't signed up for the Gauntlet, I haven't got too many sign-ups for the Gauntlet yet, but we have 30 spots. We have probably like 25-ish left or 24-ish left. So if you guys want to get your spot for the Gauntlet, I'm going to put the link down below. Sign up for it, register for that, and get us moving on that, so that way we can also get the plaques and figure out what armies are going and so on and so forth. And I think that's about it. Team Mexico, Gauntlet, Patreon, like, share, subscribe, MVP. I think I'm done. I think I got it all. Guys, it's a short video today, 20 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Peace. And like I said, once I get past WCW, I'm going to start going ahead and put up the 1.2 battle reports. I haven't done any real battles except for the UB games, and UB is kind of like and it was kind of like loose list. We were just trying to figure out, like, you know, the new rules and whatever, and it's interesting to see all the changes. So anyways, guys, I'll see you next time. Take care and peace.